a quick introduction of you, and then it's all yours.
All right, sounds good. All right, our special guest, Arden. All right. You might have to. Okay, great. All right, Megan, should we get started?
Yeah, you're good to go whenever you're ready.
Oh, sorry, I was waiting for you. I thought we were.
No, that's okay.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and you guys can see and hear me okay? Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna share my screen, and I'm gonna make sure I check the optimize for motion and video. That's what I'm supposed to do. Okay, perfect. And you guys can see my T-Mobile deck, correct? Okay, good.
David, it's very small. Are you able to present it?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see, slideshow. How about now?
Yes,
Better?
it's very tiny.
Oh, still really small?
Well, we'll see if we're able to read it. Okay, it should be okay.
That's good?
Great.
Perfect. All right. So, yeah, thanks everybody for joining. This is our first session actually out of the three mini sessions that we're putting together. There was a intro to ukulele video that we created actually a month ago today, and that was recorded. So if you are a complete beginner, please go and check that out. It's housed actually in the employee engagement and community SharePoint. Um, and it will walk you through all the basics. It's right here. It's a brand new awesome site, and there's a ton of actually really cool virtual activities that you should check out there. But yeah, again, it has all the beginner basics there, so you can take a look. But even if you haven't, that's all right. We'll still be going over some beginners material today. And we want to again take this opportunity to thank Michelle and Megan and the whole team at Engagement and Community for allowing us to do this. I think this is incredible that we get to get together in this way to share music. I think it just happened to be Learning Day today, possibly at T-Mobile, so it's very appropriate. All right. And before we begin, a little bit about Uke Society and how we got started. I created Uke Society back in March of 2017. Really, it was a simple idea. The ideas really came from an observation, the fact that there are so many coffee houses in Seattle area that are basically, operating within a very short hours. Basically, they close super early at night in the afternoon. And so we're all the wineries, the tasting rooms, and a lot of really cool and fun loungy kind of environment were really, really underutilized. And so I thought, what better way to just work with these small local businesses to see if we can actually go there and play music together, get the community to do something productive, something useful. It's a great skill to learn to play an instrument. And so we began, and you can see all these pins. These are all the people that we worked with in the community. So once things get out of the COVID phase, hopefully we'll see you in some of these areas. around the Seattle area for now. This picture was taken in the Chandler Reach Winery, actually in Windmill. All right. So again, during the COVID time, what we're doing is all virtual, and that's fine. This is great because we get to connect with a lot of people from different places in the country. But after the pandemic, hopefully this will look more like this. This will be you coming to work, and this will be us, after work at one of the fancy lounges that we're putting together for people. Today, we're going to learn the Calypso strum. This is the theme for today's session. And then next Friday and the Friday after that, we'll have a different topic. So the Calypso strum is also the island strum. And we'll go into more detail here. Last bits and pieces of our housekeeping items. Join our Slack channel. We created a Slack channel earlier in July, and we were featured actually on T Nation again to help support the community, the T-Mobile community at this time. And also, quick mention about Kala. Kala is one of Uke Society's partners. And if you are looking to get a new instrument, definitely check out our Uke Society community first, because there just might be something for you there. Again, 3 sessions. Today's session is I'm Calypso good at this island strum through the pandemic. And then our next week's session, we're going to learn a little bit about picking, finger picking style on the ukulele. And then the 3rd session on August 21st, that's going to be uke hacks to impress at dinner parties. All right, and we do have raffles coming from the PNT organization, which is awesome. I think Lauren is helping to manage that. And more details actually at the T Nation article again. And I'll send this deck out when we're finished. Oh, whoops. There we go. So I'll make sure to send it out. And you can make sure you are included in the raffle. All right. Again, today's topic. I'm Calypso good at this. This is the most versatile strum on the ukulele. And I think I've been playing the ukulele for about 13 or 14 years. And even till today, it's a mystery to me why it is so applicable for any type of music. I don't have a good reason or to explain why. I think it has something to do with the syncopation in this particular strum. But it's really strange. The same strum, the island strum or the Calypso strum, can work for a wide range of music. It can work for fast songs, slow songs, ballads. It can work for jazz. It can work for rock. It can work for sad songs, happy songs. It just somehow works, and I still can't explain it. But hopefully we'll all get to find out and get to learn more about this. Okay, so before we begin, of course, we go through a lot of the details in the beginner session, so definitely check that out. We have to learn to play our first chords. And if you look at this chord box, it's a representation of your ukulele's neck, the frets. And as I'm holding my uke towards you right now, the lines correlate to the box that you see on the screen. And the numbers and the dots that is on the grid represent where you should be placing your fingers on the fretboard. And your fingers are labeled, your index finger is finger number 1, 2, and 3. So in this case, you will be using your 3rd finger to play the C chord. And that's what it looks like on your ukulele. And when it's in tune, it should sound like this. Right? We will go through this very quickly as we cover this last time. The A minor, you use your second finger. And you can put your thumb on the back of the ukulele, the back of the neck, to apply equal pressure. Then the F, you actually keep your middle finger where that A minor is, and then you put down your index finger, finger number 1, form the F. Last chord is the G chord, and it requires all 3 fingers. It's a little bit hard to see. Jump in and out of the presentation mode, and it should sound like this. Now, we work with so many beginners throughout the years, and I would say the number one question that people have asked as they're kind of getting started in their ukulele journey, it really isn't finding the chord, because again, this is kind of your mapping device. As long as you see the chord diagram, usually people can figure out how to place their fingers and find whatever chord it is. But the challenging part is switching between chords or transitioning between chords. And we talked about this last time in the beginner session. There's a technique called the finger gymnastics. And within that, we have this hovering technique, which, if you're going from, say, a C to an A minor, back to a C. I don't know if you can see me. I'm going to take myself off the, sharing mode maybe. We are going to do the hovering technique where the middle finger is hovering right over that A minor string, knowing that the next chord from the C is going to transition into the A minor. Then you just press it on. And then do you see how it's coming? My ring finger is hovering right over that C string, so that when the time is right, I'm going to pull off of the A minor and put the C down. And you can use this technique for any 2 chords that you're trying to learn. The key is to hit it right on beat. Okay, back to the sharing mode. And one way to practice is counting to 4. So we did this last time. We count 1, 2, 3, back to the A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and C. 2, 3, 4. All right. Move on. With the strumming, again, a quick reminder, we want to use our index finger, the middle part of your fingernail. That's how we want to strum down. And when you strum down, you should be pointing at yourself first. And then once you strum through, you should be pointing at the floor. And on an up strum, you use the sort of the padded part of your index finger. And you start with pointing at the floor. And when you finish, you should be pointing at yourself. That's an up strum. So we'll be doing a combination of the down and up strum to learn the Calypso. Okay. And the strum position, we usually strum it right at the edge of the fretboard. All right, now we're ready to begin to learn our strum. And because, like I said, there's some syncopation involved, we're going to start off with some exercises first, rhythm exercises. So just go ahead and clap with me every time the X comes up. So this is a simple one, okay? Down, this is sort of the straightforward on the beat. So we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, and clap, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not too bad, I hope. Okay. All right. And next, this is adding one extra X at the end. So it counts like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It gets a little bit harder. Now it's a little more syncopation. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. Sorry. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So what you actually did right there, that is the Calypso pattern right there. That the clapping. So now we will go into the strumming. To practice the strum, because we're only focusing on the rhythm, go ahead and mute your strings. So don't make a sound when you strum through. It should have this zit sound. Okay. So on the down arrow, we'll hit a down strum. So it sounds like this: down, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4. All right. Next. Pretty easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the up strum. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, 3 and 4 and. All right. I hope people are following along okay here. It's hard to gauge because I can't hear you, but here we go. Moving on. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Down, down, up, 3, 4. Down, down, up, 3, 4. Not too bad, right? Okay. Let's do this one. Down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, up, down, up. All right, getting more syncopated. Here we go. This is the Calypso right here, the island strum that we're the main focus of the session right here. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and down, down, up, down, up. Slower. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. Now, the thing is, this might sound super syncopated for you right now, and let's go break this down to 2 parts because we see that there's 4 beats. We're going to take the first half, 1 and 2, and then we're going to break out 3 and 4 together, okay? So this is one way to learn it. We'll take it a little bit slower. So 1 and 2 in, that's it. So let's do the 1, 2. It's going to sound like this. Down, down, up. That's it. Let's do that one more time. 1, 2, and. 1, 2, and. So that's it. That is all of the first half of the Calypso strum. Let's do the second half. 3 and 4 and. So to do this, we know that we don't strum on the 3, so we're actually going to wait. So it's going to sound like this. 3, up, down, up. 3, up, down, up. One more time. 3, up, down, up. And that's it. That's 2 components of the Calypso strum. Now, everything together. We're going to add a drop. Drop means you don't actually hit your string. You kind of drop your hand, okay? So it's going to sound like this. Down, down, up, drop, down, down, up, drop, down, up. So that is the Calypso strum. If you are watching TV or if you are kind of lounging, hanging out, um, and go ahead and try this. And the more you practice, the more it's going to be built into your muscle memory until it's just going to be automatic for you. And you can use it for all kinds of music that you'll be playing. Okay, so let's give it a try. We'll actually play some chords right now. Again, the challenging part is probably the transition. So take it slow when you're practicing at home. But what we're doing right here is 4 sets of Calypso strum. And for each set, we're going to change a chord right on beat 1. So it's going to sound like this. C, down, up, down, A minor, down, up, down, F, down, down, G, down, down, C, down, down, A minor, down, 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 G, down, down, C. Now, I don't know how people feel about this. I think I do observe that a lot of times when people begin, they'll hit the C and they'll play super fast. I know it's like, you know, they've already built it into their muscle memory. So they'll play like this, down, and then they'll find that A minor chord and take the time and look for it and finally found it, and then they'll go crashing through it real quick. And then find the F, take some time. So my advice is it's more important to fit right on beat 1. So it's better to practice slow, but find that beat 1. Find the change chord on the right beat. So take it slow. Find that A minor. Find that F. There is no lag. There you go. So that is the Calypso strum, everybody. And we're going to take some examples now. I've only used ones that are found on Youth Society's song library, but you can. Okay, so show the fingers again for F and G. Let's, take a quick moment to show that. So for the F, it looks like an L chord. Like this. You actually keep the A minor, and then you put in an index finger for the F. G is what they call a triangle chord. Looks like this. All right, so let's go ahead and do some examples, show you some examples. So we'll actually pull examples from Disney today, and we're going to pull example from a jazz standard. So hopefully you'll enjoy at least one of these or both of them. The first one is I See the Light from Disney's Tangled. So I purposely chose some that are very contrasting styles. And so unfortunately with the WebEx, what's happening is the software thinks that whenever there is a vocal as well as other sounds, it will try to drown out the other sounds to focus on the voice. And so I can't play it for you or else it will sound super kind of jaggedy. So what I'll do is I'll pull from YouTube, and you can listen to that Calypso, okay? This is more of a ballad style, but we're gonna play through the Calypso, and the screens and the chords and the words are going to be shown up on the screen. So we'll play just one verse. Listen to the Calypso.
All those days watching from the windows.
Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay, let's start over again.
All those those days watching from the windows, all those years outside looking in, all that time never even knowing just how blind I've been. Now I'm here blinking in the starlight. Now I'm here, suddenly I see, standing here, it's so clear, I'm where I'm meant to be, and
And now is the and now is the chorus. Again, you'll hear the down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. So maybe you're in front of your monitor, you can mute it even if you can't follow it. You can follow along with the rhythm. So now here's the chorus again.
And it's like the fog has lifted, and at last I see the light, and it's like the sky is new, and it's warm and real and bright, and the world has somehow shifted. All at once, everything looks different now that I see you.
Down, down, up, down, up. All right, and that's all we'll show for now. I will go back to the next example we want to do, and this is from LOVE by Nat King Cole. And for this one, the cover that we'll pull is from Chloe Hennessy. She's a young, super talented artist from New York City that we worked with on multiple occasions. Again, this entire song that we're gonna play is with the Calypso strum. And you'll see the versatility of it. So you can hear she's playing it pretty fast, but it's the same thing. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down. Okay? All right, back to the video.
Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Da 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 da
Right. Isn't that pretty cool? The island strum that kind of, it's like it's as if it should be giving you kind of a mellow feel, but it can apply to a jazz standard just as well. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, and with that, okay, so you do remember if you were here last month, we actually strummed through 20 different songs with just 4 chords, beginner chords, and with only one strum, and that was the Calypso strum. And so if you were looking to find any of these tunes, the 20 song mash or LOVE or I See the Light, some of the examples that we gave today, you can find them at ukesociety.com/songs. It's that simple. All right, so that concludes our sort of the workshop session of today. I do want to bring our special guest Arden Fujiwara on. Arden is a good friend of mine. He resides in Linwood and has moved here from Hawaii. I forgot when, but his style is really awesome. Just a really, really talented local artist. And his 2018 album Soliloquy was nominated for Album of the Year at the Nahoku Hano Award, which is awesome. So I wanted to bring him on because I wanted to show you guys kind of the different variety that you can play on the ukulele and how versatile it is. So yeah, go ahead, Arden.
Aloha, can you hear me?
Aloha. We can hear you. So when you share, I don't know, will you be sharing your screen or no?
Can I? How do I do that?
Oh, you don't have to actually. I don't think you do. It's just there's a different control. I want to. So you're okay if you're not sharing your screen. Yeah, go ahead.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I grew up in Hawaii, as David was saying, and I came up to Seattle for college in about 2005, and then just stuck around. But yeah, I've been playing ukulele the whole time. I got my start in Hawaii, and David asked me to come and play a little song for you guys, but also give you some tips. So while my mind is kind of focused on the lesson, I think David gave some good tips of starting slow and then try to do things in time as much as possible and then speeding up. Another tip I have is, which David kind of did, is if something seems complicated, break it down to the most simplest thing that you can, either phrase by phrase or left hand and right hand. So if you're going to practice strumming, yeah, mute your strings, start slow, get that going, and then you can speed it up and then add chords. And I guess my last, or I have 2 tips, 2 more tips. I would say if you want to improve, the better way to improve is to practice every day, even if it's just for 5 minutes, because that will help a lot more than you not playing for a week and then you kind of lose it and then you play for an hour. So if you can just do 5-10 minutes every day, that would go a lot farther. And then the last tip is to have fun, because I mean, ukulele is supposed to be a fun instrument to play. So, you know, enjoy what you do, because you get to make music out of this tiny instrument. So we had strumming, and David actually mentioned an album I did a few years ago called Soliloquy. This tune is off of that album. I've also come out with a later Hawaiian album called Holo Holo last year as well. But the song I'm going to play is called Deadline. And it's I kind of picked this because I know we're working on strumming, so this tune has a lot of strumming in it.
All right. I think it'll be really, really cool to hear that live. If one of these days we'll get together to do that, we'll have Arden come back and do that with us. I do close with you can find Arden at Arden's site, as well as check him out on YouTube. We'll send out this information at the end, and you can find the resources and additional resources in this deck. Yeah, I will hand it back to Megan, and thank you guys so much for joining us. Megan, are you?
Yeah, does anybody have questions? I've got nothing else. If we've got questions, now's the time.
Yeah, if there's any questions about what we're doing for Arden, for me, please feel free to ask, and stay connected. We got our Slack channel, so we can always post stuff there too.
Hey, on Calypso, on I think it's the third part or whatever, where you say do a drop and then start up again coming up. I just find it more natural to start going down on that part. I don't know if it's just me or what. Do I really need to force myself to do it the other way?
To drop?
Yeah, because the drop and then starting that last part coming up, right?
Yeah.
It just seems more natural to me. I don't know why. I guess I just kind of hold and then I keep going. Is it better from a strumming perspective to keep the strum going and then start with it coming up there?
Yeah, you certainly can still hit that down strum, maybe hit it a little bit lighter. The point of dropping and not playing any sound is so that you create that syncopation, that kind of rhythmic diversity in the strum. So it makes a song a lot more interesting. But you can certainly hit that. There's a lot of different variations as people starting to progress. There are different variations of the Calypso strum, and that'll kind of add different flavors to it too. Yeah.
It looks like in the chat we have a request if you can show the Calypso pattern again, the visual
Sure.
of it.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I'll definitely also send this out. So Calypso. I always thought it's so cool to call it Calypso. Just it sounds so fancy, but it's definitely a very approachable thing. So down, down, up, drop, or you can hit it too if you like on a softer note. Up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And the more you do that, the more it's going to build that muscle memory. Sooner than you realize, it's just going to you're not going to be able to stop doing it. All right. Great. Well, again, next week, a week from today, we're going to be doing the finger picking pattern. So if you're interested in learning about that, definitely come back and we'll take it from very, very beginner and adding components, just like Arden was sharing. You know, we take very small steps, kind of breaking it down to components, and then we're actually going to be playing a tune together that almost sounds like there's more ukuleles than just yours. It's kind of cool. So we'll walk through that in the hour next time. Sounds good? Any other questions? Well, thanks again, Megan and Michelle, for having us. we will see you next week.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. It was awesome. Very cool.
All right.
All right.
Thanks,
Thanks
guys.
everybody for joining, and have a great weekend. We'll see you next Friday, same time, same channel.
Thank you.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye.